Welcome back to another episode of 55 Plus The Perfect Years, the podcast dedicated to helping you navigate and enjoy your retirement years to the fullest. I'm your host, Roy Martinez, and today we have a truly fascinating episode lined up filled with the latest medical news and groundbreaking stories that you won't want to miss. First, let's talk about an inspiring story of medical innovation. A woman recently underwent a robotic assisted dual kidney transplant. It's a procedure that combines the precision of advanced robotics with the skill of expert surgeons. This pioneering technique not only offers the potential for smaller incisions and quicker recovery times, but also marks a significant step forward in the field of transplant surgery. It's a vivid reminder of how far medical technology has come and its profound impact on patient care and outcomes. Next, we dive into some surprising findings from a recent study on multivitamins. Despite the common beliefs that taking daily multivitamins is a surefire way to boost longevity, this new research suggests otherwise. The study found that daily multivitamins may not significantly contribute to expanding our lifespan. While they can still play a role in filling nutritional gaps, it's essential to focus on a balanced diet rich in natural vitamins and nutrients for optimal health. This revelation encourages us to rethink our supplement routines and prioritize whole foods. And there's more. We have an exciting breakthrough in the understanding of lupus, a chronic autoimmune disease that has puzzled researchers for years. Recent discoveries suggest that scientists may have identified a key factor that causes lupus. This breakthrough holds the promise of new targeted treatments and better management strategies for those affected by the disease. It's a beacon of hope for millions and a testament to the relentless pursuit of medical research. So, what do these stories mean for our 55 plus community? They underscore the importance of staying informed and engaged with the latest developments in medical science, from cutting edge surgical techniques to rethinking our approach to daily supplements, and breakthroughs in understanding complex diseases like lupus. These advancements have the potential to improve our quality of life significantly. So, let's start with this story about robotic assisted dual kidney transplant. Kidney failure can be a common condition associated with multiple myeloma. It's a rare form of blood cancer that affects the body's plasma cells. That's exactly what happened to 70-year-old Joanne Kukula, a Cleveland, Ohio native who had retired to the beaches of North Carolina before the disease prompted her to move home to get treatment at the Cleveland Clinic. Joanne became the first person in the United States to undergo a dual kidney transplant using a minimally invasive robotic surgical system. The surgery, conducted in March of 2024 by surgeon Mohammed Edelmami, was a success. Joanne recovered quickly and has enjoyed getting back to her everyday activities, including spending time with her sister Bernadette and a dog named Buddy. Everything went well, and I really didn't have much pain from the incisions, says Joanne. Urological surgeons in Cleveland Clinic kidney transplant program perform more than 300 transplants annually. Approximately 10% are performed robotically. That percentage continues to increase as the technology becomes more available. According to the program director, Alvin Wee, robot guided surgery is primarily performed through one small incision. It's minimally invasive procedure that generally results in less pain and it prompts a more rapid recovery for patients than traditional surgeries. Joanne's surgery was unique because doctors used the robotic surgical technique to implant two kidneys from a single deceased donor, an innovative approach to extending the use of marginally effective kidneys from a list of expanded criteria donors who would otherwise be ineligible. With the need for life saving organ donations, dual kidney transplantation aids in increasing the donor pool. The approach also shortens the waiting time for a person to receive an organ. Sometimes, when we receive an offered donor kidney after further analysis, we find one kidney to be too small with not enough functionality, explains Dr. Wee. He continues and says, when that happens, we request both donor kidneys, which together can provide more than 100% functionality. And with the robot, we're able to transplant both kidneys into Joanne through the same small incision. End of quote. Dr. Eltamami, who used an advanced multiport robot for Joanne's procedure, adds that the robotic technique is more flexible than traditional surgery. Other advantages of the robot are it allows us to use magnified 3D HD vision articulation at the tip of the instruments that exceed the range of motion of a human wrist, the ability to work in small spaces, and better ergonomics, says Dr. Edelmami. Instead of using two incisions or a big midline incision, we can place the kidneys on both sides of the torso through one small incision. You can read the rest of this very interesting story on the Cleveland Clinic website, and I'll post a link on my Facebook pages. Now, daily vitamins. Well, they may not promote longevity, according to the study. Many people take daily multivitamins in an effort to promote health and prevent chronic diseases. A new study from the National Institutes of Health suggests that daily multivitamin use may not improve the lifespan of generally healthy adults. While multivitamins might not enhance longevity in healthy adults, experts say they still benefit specific populations. New research analyzing data from over 2 decades and nearly 400,000 participants in the United States suggests that long term daily multivitamins use may not improve longevity in healthy adults. About 33% of the adults in the United States take daily multivitamins to support their overall well being, assuming that it may help prevent disease and contribute to a longer, healthier life. Despite widespread use, previous studies have not found sufficient evidence to determine whether multivitamins actually benefit longevity. Aiming to address this research gap, researchers at the National Institutes of Health, NIH, the National Cancer Institute, analyzed long term daily multivitamin use and mortality risk in three cohorts of healthy U.S. adults. They accounted for influential factors such as healthy diet and lifestyle and reverse causation, which individuals in poor health started using multivitamins. The new NIH study published in JAMA Network Open found no association between regular multivitamin use and a lower risk of death in healthy U.S. adults. However, multivitamins may still benefit specific individuals, and this observational study has some limitations, so don't throw away your multivitamins just yet. In lupus, there is a breakthrough that researchers say they may have found what causes the autoimmune disease. The discovery could pave the way for a reversal of the disease, but others call for more research. The story is from foxnews.com. Scientists may have pinpointed a primary cause of lupus, which is a chronic autoimmune disease Researchers from Northwestern Medicine in Chicago and Birmingham and Women's Hospital in Boston claim they have found a molecular defect that leads to systemic lupus erythematosus, which is known as lupus. The study findings were published in the journal Nature. In the course of the research, the scientists tested the blood of 19 lupus patients and compared it to a control group of healthy individuals. The people with lupus shared certain molecular changes that caused a dramatic imbalance in the types of T cells they generate, according to Dr. Rao. This imbalance resulted in too many harmful T cells, which caused cellular damage, and too few of the helpful types of cells that are necessary for cell repair. The researchers also identified a protein called interferon that promotes the excess accumulations of T cells, according to Rao. We have known for many years that patients with lupus have too much interferon production. Yet, how interferon contributes to the disease has been unclear, according to Dr. Rao. Dr. Mara Leonard Richards, a scientific program officer at the Lupus Research Alliance in New York City, which partially funded the research, said the study provides hope to those who struggle with lupus symptoms. This research is very exciting, and they hope and are intrigued by the findings, which may pave the way to a potential new treatment. The experimental lupus therapy could be life changing for patients with autoimmune disease, the study has found. There's a new question based test that may help spot early signs of dementia. Scientists are working on new tests to assess people's risk of developing dementia. Early diagnosis is important for all types of dementia. The methods researchers currently use for early detection or screening of dementia can be costly, not available, or come with certain risks. Researchers from Murdoch University have developed a screening test where people self report their concerns in 6 different cognitive areas to help determine a person's dementia. The researchers estimate that more than 55 million people around the world live with dementia. Dementia is an umbrella term for diseases affecting a person's ability to remember, think, and communicate. Currently, the most common type of dementia is Alzheimer's disease. With all types of dementia, early diagnosis is important, of course. Although there is currently no cure for any kind of dementia, early diagnosis helps physicians tap into medications and other options available to help slow the disease progression. Over the last few years, researchers have been working on finding new ways of diagnosing dementia as it in its early stage. One such group is from Murdoch University in Western Australia, where researchers have developed a new test where people self report their concerns in 6 different cognitive areas, such as memory, concentration, language. And they do this to help determine a person's dementia risk. Their findings were published in the Journal of Age and Aging. Quote, in the era where disease modifying treatments are on the horizon, the earlier we identify those who require intervention, the better the outcome of such dementia treatment will be. Unquote. That's Dr. Hamid R. Sorabi, who's a PhD. He's executive director of Health Future Institute, the director of the Center for Health, Aging, and professor of psychology and clinical neuroscience in the School of Psychology at Murdoch University in Western Australia, and lead author of this study, according to Medical News Today. To develop this new screening test called the McCuster Subjective Cognitive Impairment Inventory, or MCSI, MCSCI or MCSI, Sarabi and his team focused on measuring a person's subjective cognitive decline. Subjective cognitive decline is when a person self reports worsening brain functions such as memory loss, confusion, and thinking. Previous studies have correlated subjective cognitive decline to a higher risk for mild cognitive impairment and dementia, as well as Alzheimer's disease progression. Subjective cognitive decline increases the risk of dementia by about twofold, according to Sorabi. However, the measures available in the field were not robust enough to be used in clinical practice and with individuals. As such, according to Sorabi, we worked very hard to develop a measure that can be used in both research and clinical practice and with outstanding accuracy. We were very confident at the beginning that the MaxI would be a great measure, but it did far better than we expected when we finalized the statistical analysis on it, according to MaxI, or according to Sorabi. How does the MaxI screening tools for dementia work? The MaxI screening test is a 46-item self-reporting questionnaire that allows a person to address their concerns in 6 cognitive areas: memory, language, orientation, attention and concentration, visual construction abilities, and executive function. During the study, researchers found the MaxI screening tool can identify individuals with above average levels of subjective cognitive decline with a 99.9% accuracy. It's a questionnaire and it should be completely under a clinician's supervision, as the scores could be misleading for those without such education and expertise, Sorabi said. The higher the score on the MaxI, the more concerned one is about reporting their cognitive abilities. You can read more on this particular study at medicalnewstoday.com. And again, I will post the links. Or if you prefer, you can email me. 55 plus the perfect years at gmail.com. That's 55 plus the perfect years at gmail.com. Finally, the Houston Abilities Expo brings you life changing opportunities. It could be the products and tech, it could be the chance to play adaptive sports, climb an all inclusive climbing wall, meet a service dog, or connect with others in the disability community. It's all free, so you can join them and register today at abilities.com. The expo will be held August 2nd through the 4th at the Energy Center, Hall E. The event starts Friday, August 2nd at 11 a.m. And again, you can register and get more details at abilities.com. 55 plus, the perfect years, hopes to be at that convention or at that expo in a couple of weeks. So if you're planning to go, start making your plans now. Thank you again for tuning in to 55 Plus the Perfect Years. Stay with us as we continue to bring you insights, stories, and information to help you live your golden years to the fullest. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share our podcast with your friends and family. Until next time, keep exploring, learning, and living life to the fullest. And remember, getting old is a privilege many do not get to enjoy, and it's better than the alternative. I will be back again on 55 Plus, the Perfect Years. Have a great week.